Well, here's something, quick look surprised about. Monsanto's Roundup weed killer found in top beer and wine brands. Zero Hedge covering it. It's in everything. Traces of it is in everything. Why? Wheat. Right? Gotta have wheat. A new report by the U.S. Public Interest Research Group Education Fund reveals that many beers and wine sold across the United States contain toxic glyphosate from weed killer. They tested 5 wines, 14 beers, and 1 hard cider for the study. The wine brands were Barefoot, Beringer, Frey Organic. Guess it's not organic if it has effing glyphosate in it. Inkari Estates, organic, and Sutter Home. The beers tested were from Budweiser, Coors, Corona, Guinness, Heineken, Miller, Peak organic, Sam Adams, Samuel Smith, organic, Sierra Nevada, Stella Artois, Tsingtao, and New Belgium. Ace Perry hard cider was also tested. The study determined that popular beers like Coors, Budweiser, and Corona Extra contained an average of roughly 28 parts per billion. Tsingtao, the outlier, contained a whopping 49.7 parts per billion. So from worst to better would be Tsingtao, Coors Light, Miller Lite, Budweiser, Corona Extra, Heineken, Guinness Draught, whatever, Stella, Artois beer, Ace Very Hard Cider, Sierra Nevada, New Belgium Fat Tire Amber, really. Samuel Adams, New England, Stella Artois Cidre, whatever, and then Samuel Smith Organic Lager, and Peak Organic actually showed 0. Fantastic. So it's the only one. The second one, organic, was Samuel Smith Organic Lager at 5.7 parts per billion. Anyways. Glyphosate is one of the most widely used herbicides across the United States and is the active ingredient in products such as Roundup, Rodeo, aquatic herbicide, and eraser. The toxic chemical is a broad-spectrum herbicide that kills plants, but also has been linked to cancer in humans by the World Health Organization. And that guy in California won his lawsuit. They appealed, and he won again. Huge payout, too, for that guy. Sutter Home, Maryland, had the highest concentrations of glyphosate of all 20 brands at 51 parts per billion. Beringer Estates, Moscato, and Barefoot had slightly smaller levels of the chemical. This mind-numbing revelation was published on the same day as a San Francisco court began hearing arguments in the first federal civil case over whether Monsanto's Roundup weed killer causes cancer. A little bit more of the article, but that's all you need to know right now. I mean, this is the gist of it. So what other things have you been eating that have wheat and or plant matter that has been sprayed? We got all these problems, cancers, also. I mean, gosh, it's in everything we freaking eat and now drink. Of course, this is beers and wine, but still. I mean, at least it's not in the water, or at least not yet. You know, unless you're living somewhere where the water run off. Like when I was in Tennessee, they have these canals, like small canals that look kind of like streams, if you will. They're kind of high up walls that go all the way out to the Tennessee River. And they were done a long time ago, over 100 years ago or something. And, where we lived wasn't close to the river, but there was enough out there because that's how the farmers got their water for their plants and stuff for irrigation. So I'm looking around me, and there's corn. I mean, they're planting everything out there. And they're spraying it with Roundup. They're planting the Roundup seeds and everything, Roundup Ready seeds, all that crap. And I'm just watching this. I'm thinking, wow. Every time it rains, where our house is, it comes from their fields and partially comes through our property. So even if I wanted to create an organic garden, it would get flooded with crap, And not only that, when it rains, it's going to go into that damn stream or whatever you want to call it, the little cutout, and find its way back to the river. And ultimately, it's going to find its way back to you. Unless you got some high power filters like reverse osmosis or whatever. And I remember the health inspector coming into the restaurant when we were doing the thing up there in Tennessee. And he said, just FYI, Under no circumstances can you ever buy any fish or anything that comes from this river. You may have people stop by from time to time trying to sell you catfish. You cannot do it. The river's basically too polluted. Good to know. Thank you. No one ever did ask us, by the way. Hey, do you want to buy some fish? We were doing barbecue stuff anyways. We weren't really messing with fish. But still, I remember that. We need to stop this crap. Monsanto needs to go out of business. But they were just bought by Bayer. Then they need to go out of business and go away for good. Okay? When we start genetically modifying seeds, we got a problem on this planet. And we've been doing this for a long time. This is not something new. You know, it's unbelievable. Anyways, take care.